All right, so to finish this up, we're going to go to our predictions. We've got two games that we're going to be picking from that will be the same, and then we've got two other games. So the first two games we've got to pick from is Houston versus New Orleans. And Houston is at New Orleans. It's a 1 o'clock start on CBS. So who do you have in the Superdome down in the Bayou? The Saints or the Texans?
The Texans are going to get crushed. I have the Saints.
All right, I got the Texans in and actually I have Breeze on my fantasy football team, but I'm going to take the Texans in a bit of a shootout, like 31-28, something like that.
Right, Zach, we should disclose all our allegiances so that people can take our advice with a grain of salt. You're a Cowboy fan and a Syracuse fan.
Yep. So everyone who is a Giants or Redskins or Eagles fan can instantly
they can
kiss
your tuchus.
We just lost 75% of our fans, which would be 3.
That's okay. Will we lose 75%, or will they just listen 25% as hard?
I have no. Oh God, percentages. I don't know. All right.
Okay, what's the next game?
The next game is.
And you have to do your analysis first because I went first that time.
All right. We've got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
So at the frozen tundra of Soldier. Wait, no, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I don't know. It's frozen at Soldier Field too. It's really cold in Chicago. Green Bay versus Chicago. I got to take Green Bay. I don't think Chicago's good enough to compete the way they did last year. I almost think last year was a bit of a fluke. A bunch of lucky, well, maybe not lucky breaks, but a bunch of breaks coming together for Chicago. And remember the NFC Championship game. NFC Conference Championship game at Chicago, at Soldier Field. The Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears, so I think the Packers beat the Bears.
I'll agree. I want to comment on that. I'm looking at this list here, and they're playing at Soldier Field, and I think it's cool that Soldier Field is still called Soldier Field and isn't called, Fred's Bakery Field or something like that.
That is quite. I do like the names when they keep them like that, like Lambeau Field for the Packers.
I'm looking at the list here, and there's very few. Raymond James Stadium, that must be named after an actual person, and Cowboy Stadium. There you go for a Cowboy thing.
Yep.
And Cincinnati's the Paul Brown Stadium. So a few of them, Arrowhead Stadium. A few of them got some real names left, but most of them have sold out.
Pretty much. All right, so we've got ourselves the third pick, which is the Stone Cold Lock. Basically, what if you've gun to your head, pick a team to beat a team, who would it be? An absolute certainty.
Oh, I see. And we each pick one that we feel is a certain win, and then we're going to pick a dark horse. I remember now.
Yep. So we got the Stone Cold Lock. Basically, pick a favorite that we're 99.99%.
All right, you go first, so I can stall for time.
Okay. I've got myself the Monday night game, the the
Watch
Sunday night
game
on NBC.
It's Cowboys and Indians.
That's right. I'm not picking that game, though. But I'm sorry, the Sunday night game, NBC, Pittsburgh versus Indianapolis, at Indianapolis. Colts still don't have Peyton Manning. They still don't have a running game. They still don't have anybody above 220 pounds on that defense, I don't think. And the Steelers are, as much as they've turned into a Ben Roethlisberger-led offense that passes and is a bit more finesse, they're still going to do whatever they want to the Colts. I really think that that's not even going to be a close game at all. I got Pittsburgh winning that one big.
Sweet. Oh, I'm going to enjoy that. 0-3. Oh, my God, this is dream season. I looked down the list, and I think that Baltimore St. Louis is a lock. Baltimore's going to crush them.
Okay. Let's see. And then the upset pick.
But if you were betting, me recommending to the listener that I would go with Zach's pick over mine pretty much all the time.
Well, like you said, we'll see. This will be a nice little experiment to see if the sports nut or the sports dummy does better on picking.
That's right.
All right, so what about an upset? You want me to go first again?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to alienate even more of the New York fans. I'm going to actually pick not New York, I'm sorry. I'm going to take, where is it? Oh, not New York, New England fans. I'm sorry. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over New England.
Wow.
I am on the Ryan Fitzpatrick bandwagon, their quarterback. He is a Harvard man instead of a Trojan man. He's a Harvard man. Yes.
Assembling the clues on that one, Zach. Now, you rated Brady a muffin. No, you rated him a stud. And you think they're going to lose. So you think he's going to get all those prevent defense scores at the last minute trying to catch up.
I actually think it's going to be a big shootout. I think it's going to be one of those high-scoring, whoever has the
48
ball
to
last
42 or something like that.
Yes, I do. Yeah, and I think it's at Buffalo at Ralph Wilson Stadium. I think Buffalo 2-0. There's a lot of momentum behind them. You know, I got to pick the upset here. They could fall flat on their face and get crushed 68-0. But I really think that they pull an upset in a shootout, and everyone kind of goes, "Wow, what did we just see?"
Okay. I won't argue with it. Oh, I gotta go. My big upset is Kansas City over San Diego.
Oh,
you know,
really?
it's part of my 2 games doesn't make a whole season theory, and I think Kansas City, they're just disorganized. They got to get themselves together and figure out who they are, and this might be the week to do it.
Well, one of the big things, I hate to burst your bubble on this. We didn't get to this. Their starting running back, one of the first round picks, Jamal Charles, is out with a torn ACL for Kansas City.
Well, you said long shot, you know.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, it is an upset. I could see it happening. I mean, San Diego lost a tough one to New England. You know, they could have a bit of a hangover there, you know, whatever that hangover thing is, where they just kind of don't get, you know, and with Kansas City getting crushed 2 straight weeks, San Diego could come in flat, and maybe Kansas City, you know, jumps ahead early and hangs on. I could see
that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking, you know, some jumps ahead early. I'm thinking they just look like a different team this week, and that San Diego is not going to be ready for that.
Okay. All right.
You heard it here from a person who's self-proclaimed a sports dummy.
Yes. So hopefully you enjoyed our little segment. Hopefully we'll have our extra man on. Matthew Phillips might be joining us next week, should I ever actually hear from him. That way we'll have 2 sports nuts.
We ditched you live, man.
Dummy of Mark Owens. That's right. Calling him out on the internet, so not really doing anything more than normal. So I've been Zack Owens, your host, and
I'm Mark Owens, your sports dummy.
All right. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed this first installment. We'll have a couple more. Hopefully, we'll shorten this a little bit. And good night.
Take care.
Or good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning, whatever you're listening to.